Okay, y'all. We're at Survivor Week 4. Missed last week because I was on vacation. It was a great vacation. And no, this neck brace is not from the vacation, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. Let me turn this shit off. So I don't even know how to turn it off. Bear with me, y'all. Lord have mercy. I figured I'd hit directly, as my grandma would say. Okay. All right, y'all. Sit down. Get a drink. For me, I had to get a Xanax. Get your children out because y'all have heard of that song, It's Raining Men? Well, today it's going to be raining F-bombs. Because y'all know, as a lover of Survivor, this week I am beside my damn self. Get the kids out right now because it's going to start early, y'all. It's going to start real early. I almost had a fucking stroke this week, y'all, over this damn Survivor. I'm still beside myself. This neck brace, I can't hardly move my neck. I have shook my head so much in disgust that I have given myself a fucking whiplash. I've got neck strain so bad. Gonna have to take some lower tabs or something. I don't know, y'all, but this is all from Survivor. So anyway, like I said, sit down. I suspect this is gonna be a long one. I got a lot of shit to say, as y'all have probably suspected. This is gonna be a sitcom. This might even be as long as Dateline. I don't know, but anyway, sit down. I got my cards ready, y'all. I'm ready to rock and roll. Okay, touch on last week real quickly. Last week, the girls finally got their head out of their ass and they won both of the challenges. Thank God. And then the guys ended up blindsiding Matt at Tribal Council, which is good, and as good as the blindside. And poor attorney didn't have an opportunity to even sway the jury, thank God. And not that I think it would have mattered a hill of damn beans, but I'm glad to get. I could not stand him. I'm glad he got out. Anyway, and what I also got from last week and from this week too is that Monica is emerging as a rather strong player, y'all. Keep your eyes open for Monica. I hope that she can get in a good alliance because she's the bomb over there on the women's team. Okay. Let's get to this week, y'all. Y'all know I have been chomping at the fucking bit all week to do this blog, and I'm sorry I didn't get it out until today. I had so much to say. It took me so much time to rewatch and write my shit down, get my thoughts collected, and calm the fuck down, to be honest with you, which obviously I haven't done. I'm still up in arms about every damn thing. But anyway, okay, let's start from the beginning. We're going to get to Colten, y'all. Y'all know we're going to get to Colten in a big-ass way here in just a minute, but give me a second. I feel like I'm talking 90 miles an hour. No, I've only had my standard 2 cups of coffee. Anyway, okay, women, they're over there and they're cooking up those snails. But I guess that's better than eating roaches and shit. But so they're cooking up snails and they seem to be like they're feasting, according to I think it was Monica said that. Anyway, men go over there and they want to make a deal with them. The sushi chef Jonas, I think his name is, says he knows how to operate that net. I think he said he's from Hawaii. Anyway, they want to wheel and deal with the women and saying that they'll go out and catch some fish with that net and they'll split the fish with them, and the women don't want to have anything to do with that. I don't really know how I feel about that, y'all. I probably wouldn't feel so bad. I probably would be okay with the women saying no, except for that they've been over the fucking men's tribe for the past however many days. 8 days? I think we're in day 9. They've been over the men's team for 8 fucking days, getting the fire and everything else, buddying up to them because they couldn't do shit the first 8 days. And that they don't want to let them use the net to share the winnings or share the fish. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, strategically, obviously, I think it's a good move, and that the men will be hungry and these women are eating on these snails. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, let's move right along to the challenge, y'all. The challenge was they had to do these coconuts, and they had to use those big slingshots and do the coconuts to where they would go and knock the boards out. You had to get, I think it was 5 in a row. The men lost, and of course Tarzan's over there saying, y'all are just lucky, and Tarzan's the ugly ass plastic surgeon. He's saying y'all are lucky, and then somebody said that it wasn't. I don't know who it was. I couldn't figure. Even on the rewatch, couldn't tell who said it. Said it wasn't fair that they didn't have enough time to learn the game. What the fuck? You didn't have enough time to learn the game. Who hasn't shot a slingshot in their life? Who doesn't know how to shoot a slingshot? The rules were not that hard, whoever that dumbass was. It ain't like we're talking about chess or canasta. There ain't that many fucking rules involved. You put a coconut in there, you pull it back, and you hit a fucking board. How hard can that be? Well, apparently it was too hard for the men, and apparently somebody's so dumb they couldn't figure the shit out. Anyway. God. Hey, I'll tell y'all what, this Survivor is nothing but a bunch of dumb asses on an island is what I'm taking from this whole season. But anyway, let's move on to the incident that changed the game, or started. It didn't really change the game, but it started the wheels in motion to change the game. And that was Leaf and Bill sitting on the beach with their little toes in the sand, almost having a little, I don't know, started to say homosexual moment, but that's saying too much, but just having a little loving moment, sitting on the beach with their toes in the sand. And Bill starts lamenting. He says, the girls, they're really, we need to take note of them. They're serious players, which, fuck yeah, they're becoming serious players. Now they're getting their head out of their ass and they're becoming serious players. And Leaf, then Leaf goes, yeah, I sure wish we could find the idol. Of course, they say all that while they're sitting on the beach with their toes in the sand, relaxing. Get your ass up and go look for the fucking idol. It ain't gonna drop out of the sky to you. It ain't gonna wash up ashore, Cracked me the fuck up. I don't know if y'all caught all that, but anyway. But as they sit with their lazy asses on the beach and their toes in the sand, then Midget Boy goes, well, I'm really glad I got to talk to you because Colten said we should vote you out, and I just didn't want to. Oh, little Midget Boy. Oh, my little Midget Boy, man of little stature. You just fucked up. You just fucked up, and you don't know how much that one sentence has just changed the course, I believe, of this entire game. Like he's got these big hands, big feet, and a little fucking brain. So anyway, the word of that got to Colten. Apparently Michael saw them over there having their little moment talking in the sand, and he tells Colten, hey, they're over there talking. I think, Leif might have told him something. Leaf, whatever the fuck his name is, Midget Boy to me. I think he might have told him something. So Colten gets all, pompous and says, call him over here, like a damn, call him over here he's a kid being called in for a whipping. I mean, first of all, I can't believe that these people are giving Colten that much power. I just can't believe it. Anyway, so Leif comes over there like a little boy that knows he's fixing to get a whipping. He's got his head all fucking down, tail between his legs. And Colten says, I'm giving you a chance to tell the truth, and I'll do what I can to, to save you. And Leif him and haws, and he finally tells the truth. Please, y'all, I just can't. First of all, I can't believe that Leif told him that. What were you thinking, Leif? Come on, little boy. You don't do that. Anyway, next thing is they go to the immunity challenge, and of course, they got to work in pairs. I know I'm kind of jumping right to that because I want to get to the Colten shit. Anyway, they get to the immunity challenge, and they read the tree mail, and they find out they're going to have to work in pairs, and there was some little puzzle about this damn big that apparently that had like 3 pieces that Leisha put together that said what they were going to have to do. And so automatically Kat says, pair me with somebody that's good with, good with puzzles. I'm not good with puzzles. And Alicia gets a little irritated, like she's dissing at her. And Lisa's like, I'm good with puzzles. Didn't you see me just work that? Well, she just made a bold-ass statement because as we discover, she sucks ass in working puzzles. Anyway, they start the challenge, and Alicia, and this challenge involves puzzles. It's several different phases of puzzle, but it don't really matter because they only get to like the second phase. The girls. Anyway, Chelsea and Alicia go, and they're working in pairs. Their hands are tied together. They run and start working that puzzle, and it's the simplest damn puzzle, and they cannot get it to save their life. They're working and working and working. The men's done moved forward, and Jeff Probst is even saying, oh my God, it's the easiest puzzle, y'all can't get it. Basically, what he should have just said was, you dumbass, y'all a bunch of dumb bitches, because that's pretty much what he was saying, but he was just being kind of nice about it, which, I don't have the capacity. But anyway, so then the girls do something smart. And they start looking at the guys' puzzles to try to see, how they're put together, which didn't help. They look at the puzzle, and they still can't figure the shit out. I how dumb can you be? You looking at the damn, take a minute. You know, hell, you got a minute because you over there fumbling the fuck, you know, you ain't doing shit. Anyway, of course, Tarzan is about to have a meltdown over there. He's like, you know, cheat, cheat, cheat. Really, he really is about to stroke. I think he expects Jeff Probst to call him out on it, but, you know, he don't have to. They can go look at anything they want to. There's no rules against that. Anyway, but long story short, the men won, which didn't mean very much, as we're going to learn here in a minute. That just crawls the fuck all over me. But one thing I did notice, and I know y'all didn't pick up on this. Anyway, when they all won, Leaf jumps up on one of the puzzles, and then one of the boys picks him up and takes him down. And then they hand Leaf the idol. And what I noticed is that the idol is just about the same size as Leaf. It looks like they just handed him a playmate. A little wooden playmate. That was funny as shit to me, y'all. I don't know if y'all were laughing over there or not, but I just thought that was hysterical. Anyway, well, Alicia thought something was funny because she starts laughing, which crawled under Sabrina's skin. Alicia starts laughing because she couldn't work the puzzle, and she's a dumbass, which I kind of thought she was going to be a better, more force to be reckoned with than what she is. I misjudged her from the beginning, apparently. But anyway, Sabrina got irritated with her and called her dead weight with a mouth, which is actually very appropriate. Anyway, so now men have immunity. Women got to vote somebody out, or so we think. Move on to the next thing. Bill understands that there is some animosity between him and Colten, and so he goes over to Colten. And he says, let's settle this beef man to man, person to person. Well, first of all, man to man. That was his first mistake. Colten ain't a man. He's a fucking. Nah, we won't get into that yet. But anyway, he goes over there, and Bill's trying to do the right thing. He's trying to settle things. He said, "Come on, let's talk man to man, person to person." And Colten gets all effeminate, which irritates the shit out of me. All effeminate. Oh, get away, get away, get away. I don't want to talk about anything. Get away, get away. I can't stand you. Get away. You need to go and get a real job. And then he goes on and he says, I hate him. He needs to get a real job. Get away. And he tells other people that Bill was yelling at him. Bill never yelled at him. Come on, quit being such a fucking drama queen. I cannot stand a drama queen. I'll tell y'all, man, women, child, I can't stand a drama queen. Anyway, all of this leads us to the biggest dumbass move of the fucking game, of Survivor, probably of Survivor history. If it plays out the way I think it will, it may be the biggest dumbass move in Survivor history. Basically, Colten ends up talking these guys into giving away immunity, basically, because he's so incensed at Bill and Leaf. First of all, he says, Leaf has betrayed us, and we need to get rid of him, and we need to get rid of him today. And they all fall for it because they are all afraid, because Colten has so much power. How? I don't know. He's just got immunity. I'll flush that shit out. You are willing to give up one of your people, one of your strong players. Bill's a strong player, and Leaf's a strong player. You're willing to give up one of them, but you won't flush out the idol? I don't get that, y'all. I don't get it. Maybe they're getting hungry and they're not thinking clearly. I don't know. But anyway, of course, Tarzan goes over to tell the women that they're going to give up their immunity, that they have, that there's been a betrayal. He's becoming drama too. Anyway, but that sets up a really bad precedent. So what it does is it sends a message to the women's tribe that the men are becoming fractured. And I think before the women saw the men as a very cohesive tribe, but now they see them as a fractured tribe, and I think that's going to get them. And can't believe I'm going to say this, but the person who had pause about this was the one who I really thought was one of the dumbasses in the group, but he still goes along with it. And that was Jay, the model. But he says to them, I don't, he's the model from Podunk, South Carolina. Ooh, big career. Anyway, he says, I'm bum puzzled. Y'all know that alerted me. Got to consult Webster with that. Bum puzzled. Have y'all heard of that? I've heard of bum puzzled. But let's look. We're going to consult Webster on that, y'all. Y'all know when I have a question, I go to the authorities. Bum puzzled. No. Or bum puzzled. No bum puzzled in there, Jay. Y'all schools ain't very good over there in Podunk, are they? That ain't a word. Okay, anyway. Okay, so the men decide to go to tribal council. Tell the women, they're not going, that they're going to go to tribal council. The women are safe. And Sabrina, I really like her, y'all. Sabrina and Monica are my two favorites right now. Sabrina says, no foolishness would ever go down in that tribe, in our tribe. I'm just going to tell you that right now, which she's a strong leader, y'all, and hopefully she'll be a good leader for them, and they won't fuck her over for that. So let me just say this. This is the time in my Survivor blog that I feel like I have to say this. It is no mystery that I am of a homosexual nature. That yes, I do sway that I am on that side of the fence. But I just want to let y'all know, Colten does not represent my peeps. He does not. And homosexuals will embrace most anybody. We will. We'll embrace most anybody. We'll love most anybody. We'll share our love. We'll take most anybody into our group. You can be ugly. Most of us are. We don't care. We'll take your ass right on in. We're just a loving bunch. But no, we're not going to embrace Colten. I'm going to tell you that right now. There is not a homosexual watching this show that is in love with Colten. I'll tell you that. And I told you from day one, blog one, that Colten might be all cool now, but he's going to get on your fucking nerves. And was I right? Did I call that? Yes, I did, because I am all-knowing. Anyway, a lot of good that did me. If he would go next week, y'all, it would not be too soon for me. But anyway, he is like the black blemish in the homosexual rainbow. And I just don't know, I just can't believe that these men are following him like they are. Right now on the island, there are 15 peeps, y'all. There are 8 men and 7 women before this tribal council. 8 men and 7 women. But the way that I see it, in light of everything that's happened, there are just a bunch of pussies and one big dick. And who would have thought that the homosexual would be the big dick? Go figure. I don't know who'd have thunk it. Not me. But he is. He's the biggest dick on here. I have not witnessed this big of a blind allegiance since people lined up in the jungles of Guyana, lined up for Kool-Aid. Have not seen it, y'all. Yep, Colten might as well be handing out the damn Kool-Aid. Anyway, they go to tribal council, and Colten, oh my God, he's rolling, this whole show, he's rolling his eyes, he's shaking his head, he's flipping his hair, oh, that hurts my neck, flipping his hair, he is annoying the shit out of me. He rolled his eyes so much, I kept expecting, I thought they were going to be picking up eyeballs. Anyway, he makes a dig at Bill, calling him, a struggling stand-up comic. First of all, I hate anybody that does that. That annoys me. That's worse than fingernails down a chalkboard. So, Colten does that. He's a struggling stand-up comic. Tells him to get a real job. And he says that he has African-American people, that this is not a racial thing, that he has African-American people in his life. And then whenever Jeff Probst says, oh, you do? Who? And he kind of smiles and he says, my housekeeper. Oh, my God. He's like watching the movie The Fucking Help. I mean, they didn't call it The Fucking Help. They called it The Help. It's the movie The Help, y'all. And if anybody's watched that movie, y'all know I think we need to bake Colten a chocolate pie. And anybody that's watched the movie will get that. Anyway, and then he goes on to say, yes, she is like a member of our family. Yeah, right. Okay. And what I expected to come out of his mouth next was, yeah, and her son Kuta Kinte does our yard. Lord, y'all, he irritates the shit out of me. Y'all, please, I am begging y'all, all y'all straight peeps out there, all my gay peeps out there know that don't represent us. He don't represent us. There's a lot of bad words I could say about him, but I won't because I don't want to turn anybody off. But he does not represent any of my people. Nobody that I hang around with acts like him or would dare act like him. No, I would not hang around him. He would not be a friend in my life for a fucking minute. Anyway, okay. Whew, I need to go back to my happy place. Okay. It's too early in the day to have a drink or I'd be taking one, y'all. I need to take my damn blood pressure. Okay, anyway, and so does Tarzan at that council because y'all remember that? He about had a fucking meltdown. He just got all incensed and like all of a sudden saying that Colten was painted in a negative light. Colten wasn't painted in a negative. Colten painted his own fucking self. Colten turned the light on his own self, painted his own self. You can't paint that shit, y'all. Colten is negative. His ass needs to be out. But, unfortunately, he didn't get out. Unfortunately, it's Bill that got it. Oh, you know what? Let's back up a minute here. I don't think I did my shout-outs. I have lost my mind, y'all. I'm so over this whole blog this week in coaching. I forgot to do my shout-outs. Let's give my shout-out, y'all, to, I want to give a shout-out to Lisa Barrett, who is one of my biker buddies. Love Lisa. She is hysterical, and I'm glad that she's watching. She doesn't watch Survivor, but she's watching my blogs. All right. Thanks, Lisa. Hope you see this one. Also going to give a shout-out to Tammy Baird, one of my peeps from a long time ago. Glad to have you aboard, Tammy. Bonnie Dwyer, who always makes it a point to comment on my blogs. I appreciate you so much. And Kim Dansby. She's a girl from Long Pass. She used to be the bartender at the gay bar that I went to. Glad to have you along, Kim Dansby. Glad you're watching. Anyway, y'all, hate to do it, but we're going to have to vote Bill out. God, I hate that. Anyway, got my fire extinguisher handy. Bill, I'm so sorry. I can't believe that they didn't take this chance, which, of course, they needed to take this chance to vote Colten out. Anyway, Bill, I am so sorry. What the tribe has spoken, and that's a bad fucking joke on you, buddy. I'm so sorry. All right, guys. I'll see you next week. I sure hope I calm down by then. All right, bye.